Hello there, Achilles Giorgio here. In this video I'm going to show you how to play the intro part to Don't Stop Believin' by the band Journey from their 1981 album Escape. That's Journey's second album, and this song was the second track on the album. It's in the key of E, which has 4 sharps. I'm going to show you that scale to get started here. It starts with open low E, that's the 4th string open. Then you have 2nd fret F sharp. Then your 4th fret on that same string G sharp. Next you have your open A. 2nd fret on that same string B. 4th fret on that same string C sharp. 1st fret on the 2nd string D sharp. And 2nd fret on that same string E. Let's go backwards now to the 1st fret D sharp. To the 4th fret on the 3rd string C sharp. To the 2nd fret on that same string B, to the same string open A, to the 4th fret on your 4th string G sharp, to the 2nd fret on that same string F sharp, to the same string open E. And that last note E, that's the root note, that's the note that Don't Stop Believin' starts on. It's going to last for a half note plus an 8th note tied to that, so we'll give it this kind of count. E and 2 and 3. Right after that we're going to go to the 2nd fret on that same string, which is an F sharp, for just an 8th note. Then our pinky comes to the 4th fret on that same string for G sharp, also just for an 8th note. And then we go to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string for a B. And that note is going to last for 3 beats, but it starts on an upbeat, so we'll count it by saying the note name and then counting 1 and 2 and 3 afterwards. So let's try what we have so far. Ready, and E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3. Nice job. Next, the pinky finger comes to the 4th fret on the same string, which is a C sharp note. Lasts for an 8th note as well. Then the 1st finger goes to the 1st fret on the 2nd string for D sharp, just for an 8th note again. And then we come back to the note that we had directly before the D sharp, the C sharp, 4th fret on the 3rd string. Sharp, 1 and 2 and 3. So another 3 beats starting on an upbeat. Let's try adding that to what we have so far. Ready, and E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3. Nice job. Next we're going to have the 1st finger come back to that D sharp on the 1st fret of the 2nd string for just an 8th note, and then we go up to the root note, the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, which is an E, and after that we come back to an open A. So those last 3 notes were D sharp, E, back to open A, and that open A is going to last again for another 3.5 beats starting on the upbeat. So let's try what we have so far. Ready, and E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E open A, 1 and 2 and 3. After that open A, we go back to the D sharp and E that we were on directly before it, and we play them as 8th notes like we did before. D sharp, E, and then we go back to the open E, but this time we start the open E on the upbeat. We're going to repeat the riff, but we're starting now on the and of 4 to repeat the riff. That means that when we play that open E to repeat the riff, we're going to say the name of the note and then count 1 and 2 and 3 after that. So let's try that much. Ready, and E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E open, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E low, E, 1 and 2 and 3. Going back to the riff again. F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3. Now here it's going to change. It's going to go C sharp and D sharp like we did before. But now instead of going back to the 4th fret on the 3rd string for a C sharp, we're actually going to go over to the 4th fret on the 4th string for this G sharp note. G sharp, 1 and 2 and 3. So another 3 beats starting on an upbeat. From there, we go to the octave on the 1st fret of the 1st string. So this is another G sharp, an octave higher than the one we just played. That's an 8th note, and then we come back down to the lower G sharp. And from that lower G sharp, which is also an 8th note long, we go to the open A. So let's try playing up to there from the beginning of the whole song. So we have those 2 separate endings now. Ready, and E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E open, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E low, E, 1 and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, this time 1 and 2 and 3, G sharp, low G sharp, open A, 1 and 2 and 3. Nice job. From there, we have the D sharp and the E again on the 1st and 2nd fret of the 2nd string. However, the E is now going to last for a quarter note. That's twice as long as the 8th note. Because after that, we're going to restart the riff starting on beat number 1. So we need to add that extra half beat on that last 2nd fret E to line us up on beat 1 when we restart the part. So that'll be like this. D sharp, E, and low E. That's for repeating it. So let's try adding that to the end, and then we will repeat it together. 1 and 2 and ready, set, play. E and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E open, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E low, E, 1 and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, this time 1 and 2 and 3, high G sharp, low G sharp, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E, and repeat. E and 2, 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, E, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E open, E, 1 and 2 and 3, F sharp, G sharp, B, 1 and 2 and 3, C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, 1 and 2 and 3, octave G sharp, low G sharp, A, 1 and 2 and 3, D sharp, E, and low E. Nice job. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Happy practicing, and we hope to see you next time. Bye now.